So your Camtasia video has frozen while rendering. Now what to do? Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here from Essetinomedia, and on this channel we show you how to create profitable content. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about an issue that I had when I was rendering out a video and it just froze. It just froze at 18% and it would just stay there. And I'm going to share with you how I was able to get past and do a DIY fix to get through this issue. Alright, so here's how it happened. We recently did a Zoom presentation to a bunch of business professionals online. It was a presentation about how to get customers from YouTube without lots of views or subscribers. That's our whole thing. And it was a really great presentation, over an hour long. And I wanted to take that recording of the presentation and then upload it to our YouTube channel. The organizer gave us the video. It was this one right here. And it was 1 hour, 3 minutes long, and it was 2.41 gigabytes. So it's a huge video file. And I put it into Camtasia, just like this. I went through the entire presentation, and I removed some things. So I ended up removing about 4 minutes or so of dead air, just some setup stuff, just to make it a little bit more clean. I went to go render it. I knew it was going to be a long rendering time because the video was 2.4 gigs. And the first time I tried to render it, it gets to 18.1%. And then it pauses and it just stays there. And I'm waiting for it. I waited like 5 minutes staring at the percentage to see if it would go up. Nothing would happen. Tried rendering it again. Got to 18.3%. Nothing. And so I'm like, okay, how do we fix this? I try to fix the issue myself before I have to contact Camtasia because I know that the process going down that route could be a little bit longer. And I'm usually DIY, try and figure it out yourself type person. So here's what I did to eventually get it to work. So after 2 times of trying to render it out, so I had the original video and I thought, okay, it's not rendering out. What if I only rendered out chunks of it in pieces and then put it back together? Because clearly it's not handling the one video file, so let me break it up into pieces. So as you can see here, this is the new project file that I created, and I have 20-minute sections of the 59-minute presentation. So what I did is I rendered out the video in 20-minute chunks because I knew that it could handle 20 minutes. So all I did was in the previous project file, not this one, had the entire video and there was like cuts in it, right? And I just went to 20 minutes, waited for a good pause in the video, highlighted it just like this. I'll do it again. So went like this. Your cursor here has 2 spots. There's a green and a red. I just took the green, left the red back there, and you can see it's highlighted this area. And I right click and I go produce timeline section as. It's going to render, finalize, produce only this section that is highlighted. Okay, that is how I was able to save this. And I did that 3 times. So I did the first 20 minutes, the second 20 minutes, and then the third 20 minutes. And then you're like, oh, well now you have 3 pieces. Yes, I had 3 pieces. And then I put them all together again in a new project file. So this is technically the new project file with the 3 pieces here. 1, 2, 3 20-minute sections. And it was way easier to work with after it was rendered out initially as the first 20-minute chunk. I know, this is really ghetto, DIY, but I had to do it this way in order for it to work, in order for me to get the 159-minute video. Because to me, it was going to take too long to try and explain this, and I pretty much knew that this method was going to work. I was like, okay, can't handle 59, let's break this down, let's do it in sections, let's do 20-minute chunks, piece it back together, and it worked. I rendered out each 20-minute section, opened a new project file, put in each 20-minute section, and when you want to make sure that you do it at a breaking point in your interview so that it's not in between mid-words, so that it's not like obvious that you did a cut. And the way that I did it, it's like totally seamless. You don't even know that there's cuts in here. And so I rendered it out by placing the three pieces together, and it worked fine. The video file worked fine. So that's how I was able to get past that issue, is rendering it out in sections and then piecing it back together as a smaller file, and that should work. So hopefully me explaining this helps you guys out if you are going through the exact same thing. If you like these kinds of videos, I have a 9+ hour, 70 lecture Camtasia course that will fast track your Camtasia learning. You need to take this course if you want to learn Camtasia fast. Link for that will be down in the description below. If this helped you out, please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.